Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be creating this soft glam makeup look featuring products from Juvia'S place. So stay tuned and enjoy. So we're going to get right into the video. The first step to perfect makeup is your skincare routine. So you want to go ahead and start by washing your face and cleansing your face with the products that you use, and then making sure that your skin is prepped, moisturized, and everything like that. So I've already done that when I woke up this morning off camera. I also did do my eyebrows off camera too, just because we're not trying to have an hour-long video, but I will go ahead and show you what I used. Now the first step, which is a new step in my eyebrow routine, is this. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you can't see it, then I'm gonna link everything that I use in the video in the description link below. So this is the NYX eyebrow glue, and I absolutely love this. I got this from Target for $8.99. So if you're able to get your hands on this, I would say this is really good. It helps keeps the eyebrow hairs in place and everything. So after I use that, prep my eyebrows with that, then I just go ahead and fill in with a pencil. This is just a Beauty Supply pencil. It is by Ruby Kisses in the color dark brown. I go ahead and fill in any spaces in my eyebrows. Try to get them, draw them both to match up and everything like that. Then I just go in with concealer to shape and clean it up. This I do use at the bottom. This is they're both LA Girl Pro concealers. I also got these from the Beauty Supply as well. So the lighter one, which is in the color Fawn, I do use that underneath my eyebrows, just because, for the eyebrow area, you like that to be highlighted. And then I use the darker one at the top just because it blends with my skin tone, and that's where, I put my foundation and everything like that. So I use these two to clean up my eyebrows. So I just go in with a brush or a beauty blender and clean away the concealer. Now the next step in your makeup routine, you want to go ahead and prep your face with a primer. So I use and like I said, if it doesn't focus, I am going to put it in the description. So I do use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I've been using e.l.f. for years. It's really nice. I feel like it smooths away all my pores, and it makes my foundation or any makeup that I apply to go on smooth. So you want to start with a primer that's suitable for you. I think they have like all different kinds, like for oily skin, for pores, so just get a primer that works for you. But I do swear by e.l.f. It's the only primer that I use. So I do have a bit of hyperpigmentation, just a little bit. So I do go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and that is the Dissimulator Corrector. So it's kind of like a orangey concealer. I do go in with that and put it on some of the dark spots that I do have on my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. Now I was thinking that we could have a little bit of a chit chat session, just talk about things, life and everything like that. Let's talk skin. The older I get, the more I'm having to add stuff into my skincare routine. I used to be like so lucky, like when people be like, oh, what do you use on your face? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And I'm like, I just use St. Ives scrubs. Yeah, not anymore. I'm having to add some extra steps into my routine. And I actually didn't know until after I had my baby that I actually have like hyperpigmentation, and I feel like I kind of got it bad. Like, especially like in my neck area, like my neck got so much darker after pregnancy, and I have just not been able to get it back to be the same. Although I am working on it. Ladies, if any of you suffered from this, or somebody who suffered from this, and what part, now I don't want to bleach my skin. I like being dark and chocolate, okay? I love it. But I just want to have even skin, to be completely one shade. That's what I want. So if any of you, suffered from it, even if you just have it and it's not even through like childbirth or anything like that. What do y'all use, like, in anything like that's non-bleaching and, you know, not harsh on the skin? Because I do have sensitive skin, but we need to get it together, because, you know, I want to be out. I want to be out this summer, you know, in the 2 pieces, and everything has to be right. So let me know in the comments, you know, what you use, or, you know, if you have any products to recommend. Okay, so we're going to start with our highlighting and contour. So this technique is supposed to save you time. So what we're going to start with we're going to highlight, you know, our areas for highlight, and then we're going to go ahead and contour our outer areas. So highlight is normally like the inner area, like the T-zone area, and then contours for the outer part. So the first concealer that I'm gonna go in with is my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and that is in the color Fawn, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put my highlight. So another thing that I have been struggling with, aside from skincare routine and hyperpigmentation, is weight loss. It's definitely been a journey. I would say that I've been on mine or you know, trying to get consistent with mine for about a year or so, and I'll tell you, it's not the easiest thing, like having a child, like after, or it's not easy trying to get back into fitness after having a child. My baby is 2 now, so yeah, it's taking me a little time. Funniest thing is, right before I found out I was pregnant, because I found out I was pregnant in 2020. So right when, you know, it was locked down, gyms were closed, nothing was really open. But me and my husband, we had bought some bikes, and we were like, okay, let's go bike riding. We're gonna ride up to the park, you know, and we're gonna do exercises in the park. Did that for a couple months, then found out I was pregnant. So my fitness journey became on pause, but now I'm going full force with it, baby. Okay, I have become, you know, a little bit more consistent, at least than I was before, with my workout routine and everything like that. So I try to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week, maximum 4. And I have been trying to be very, very consistent with meal prepping. I feel the meal prepping part, or, you know, eating the right thing, is the most important part of your weight loss journey. So summer 2023, we loading. The body is loading. Okay, so it's coming. If you guys want to know, like, any tips or, you know, recommendations, or, you know, what I do to work out, or what I'm eating, supplements I'm taking and stuff, if you want me to do a little video, you know, you can drop your comments below and let me know if you'd like to see something on that. So I went ahead and put the highlight, like I said, like in my T-zone areas and my highlighted parts. And then I go in with my Juvia'S. Like I said, if you can't see it, I am going to link it. But it is my Juvia'S I Am Magic Concealer. And this one is in the color 1. Now, my whole makeup routine, majority of the products are Juvia'S. I absolutely love Juvia'S. One, because it is owned not only by a black woman, but a Nigerian black woman. If you guys don't know, I'm Ghanaian. I'm Ghanaian, and I'm part Nigerian as well too, as well as American. I was born here, but my parents were born and raised in Ghana. My mom is of Nigerian descent or whatever. Her mother is Nigerian, but my mom was born and raised in Ghana, and my dad is also Ghanaian. So I'm all about my people. Okay, I'm all about my people, and I absolutely not, you know, I don't only love it just because it's owned by a Nigerian or a fellow African you know, woman, but also because the products are really, really good. Every single thing that I've bought from Juvia'S, like, super pigmented, like, you know, and I'm a darker skin girl, I'm a chocolate girl, and, you know, at a point when I really first started getting into makeup, the products I was getting, I felt like, you know, they weren't really showing up on my skin, or they weren't really flattering on my skin. But Juvia'S, she got it. Whatever's in her formula, she's got it. So we're gonna go in with the concealer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that into the space that I left open. And then I also just kind of put some at the bottom here under the highlight. Okay, then we're gonna go in with the same concealer, but in the shade 8. So the first one was 1, that's what I used for highlight, and then the other one, shoot, this is almost gone. This one is in the shade 8. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to draw on my contour. Now this, like I said, her products are pigmented, and this is really dark. Any of the other colors, I felt that they were blending right into my skin, so I got the darkest color. And since it's kind of really dark, I don't, you know, draw a whole line. I just use a little bit and use my beauty blender or my brush to kind of spread it out. So I'm just gonna draw a little line here, here, here. And of course the forehead area, gonna go back in for a little more. Like so. Okay, then I'm just gonna go in with some setting spray, just a little bit, not too much, before I go in with my beauty blender and blend this all out. So I'm not a professional makeup artist. You know, I really just watch like YouTube tutorials and just mimic what I see. So, you know, these are the tips that I've been getting as of late, you know, from the girls, you know, so, and it's been working. So I just wanted to go ahead and share it step by step with you guys so that, you know, you guys can have your updated makeup routine as well too. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm going to do my concealer, my highlighted areas first. So, and then you just want to blend that out. So you want to dab, not drag, but just like press and dab your concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my contour brush and go ahead and blend out those contoured areas where I put the darker concealer. So I feel like I've been more and more consistent with my content, and that is mainly because I'm really looking into actually having, you know, this be like a career for me, you know, being an influencer, you know, and everything like that, and having a YouTube channel. Only because I have found that ever since I had my daughter, trying to get back into the work field has been quite the challenge. Like, I just haven't, you know, found the job, like, you know, that's suitable for me. I had a job before I had her, which I had went on medical leave from, and then when she was like almost 2 months, like close to 2 months, or probably, you know, 2 months thereabout, was when I was supposed to return. And literally the day that I was supposed to return, you know, I just went up to the company and turned my badge in, because I'm savage like that. Like one thing that I've gotten to realize, like over my time of working, I started working at around 17 years old. These people do not care about you. They will replace you in a heartbeat. Like, you're just there, to make, somebody else's company, somebody else's business to grow. And if you don't take care of yourself, if you drop dead today, they're going to replace you tomorrow. Better believe that. So at the time, I was really, really battling with anxiety, and I didn't know like how, I really was like uneducated about the postpartum phase, of being a parent, things like that, or, giving birth. I was very uneducated. I don't know why I just had this feeling like it was going to be a breeze. I thought it was going to be a breeze because I've loved children. Children are always around me. I've always taken care of my sister's kids, cousins, nieces, stuff like that. So I was just like, oh, parenting is, it's gonna be a breeze for me. No, it has not been. Although, there's joy in it, it's not been a breeze. And I wasn't ready. They wanted me to return, and I just wasn't ready. I felt like it was too soon. My baby was just about 2 months or whatever, and because I really hadn't had control over my anxiety. So I was like, I think I'm gonna take some time, just probably take a year off, and stay at home with my baby, at least until she's a year. By then I should be comfortable with putting her into daycare and everything like that. Fast forward to 1 year later, I tried getting her into daycare. I wasn't really finding any ones that I liked. Anywhere I'm keeping my daughter, I'm very particular about it because I will be under the jail about her. I don't play about her. I don't. So, I didn't want y'all to see me on Channel 7 News. So I was just like, if we're going to do this, full throttle, let's just find, the right daycare and everything like that. And in the midst of doing that, I also started, applying to new jobs and everything like that. And I know I look crazy right now, but trust the process. Started applying to new jobs and got hired for a couple, but it just wasn't sticking. Like it just, and you could probably hear my daughter screaming her lungs out in the background now. It just wasn't sticking. And, I wanted a remote from home job, and, remote from home jobs, they definitely don't want to hear no 2-year-old screaming in the background. And she's really in this terrible 2 phase. They don't want to hear no 2-year-old screaming in the background. They have their rules and regulations. And I guess from being off for a year from work, I really got, comfortable. So, applying for these jobs or starting back into these jobs, and they're talking about like, oh, do you have any days that you need off, coming up because, it's a 90-day probation. I'm just like, 90-day probation? What is that? For the next 3 months, I can't schedule appointments for my daughter. I can't go to appointments for myself. Like, no. So I just really feel that the United States is just not, set up to allow, mothers, parents, to flourish and still maintain a career. I don't know how my parents' generation did it back in the day. I don't know, but I've not been able to do it. And I was just like, you know what? I have like other talents, like other skills that I could literally like just sit at home and do and still have ample time to be with my daughter and raise her. So I was like, I'm really going to go full throttle with this because if I build an empire that eventually in the long run, when she's older, I can pass down to her, pass down to her or pass down to, other future children if God sees fit, and create generational wealth for them so that, they don't have to step foot into somebody's office building, and things like that, then, hey, why not? So, the time that I have now that I'm not in the work field, I'm just really putting it into, building my brand. So, and for the next step in our routine, we're going to go in with our foundation. And like I said, Juvia'S. So this one is the I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation, and this is in the color 150 Cano. So we're going to go ahead, and this is what it looks like, the tube and everything like that. So just shake it up. I'm going to go into those places that I did not put foundation and just put it there. I feel that this method also helps me to save foundation too. And even with Juvia's Place regularly, I don't really use a lot of their foundation because it's really, really rich. So you know, you don't have to cake a lot of it on. So then you can just go in and then just blend that out. Okay, then after I do that, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder. And I'm going to set those highlighted places. So as that is setting, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Juvia's Place eye primer, and that is in the color 2. So we can go ahead and get into our eyeshadow. I'm just going to put some on the eyelid. So I'm just going in with my brush to spread the concealer out over my eyelid. Make sure it's distributed evenly over the eyelid. Then after I do that, I'm just going to take that powdered brush or powder blender that I use to put my setting powder on and go over my eyelid with that. Okay, so if you've made it this far into the video and you are not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you can get updates anytime I post. Also, drop in the comments what videos you would like to see from me, you know, any tutorials, you know, anything like that that you want to see. I feel like I'm not just in one niche, you know, that I'm kind of able to do multiple things. So I do try to keep my channel with some variety in it. But if there's anything specifically that you want me to do more of, I know some people have commented that they want to see me do a tutorial like for how to grow your hair for an adult, because I've done that for my daughter, and believe me, that one is coming. My hair is also a challenge too, so bear with me. For the person that asked me to drop a hair routine to grow your hair for adults, bear with me, that is coming. And you know, I know a couple of people asked to see a detailed makeup routine, so that's why we're doing this video now, you know, step by step, so that you guys can see how I go through my makeup process. So we're going to go in again with the Chocolates palette by Juvia's Place. At this point, just go ahead and sponsor me. Just go ahead and sponsor me, because like I said, mainly all of my stuff is Juvia's Place. I absolutely love the makeup line. So we're gonna go in with our Chocolates palette, and we're going to go ahead and pop in this color here, this kind of like toasted reddish brown color, and we're going to use that in our crease. So we're just gonna create like a, you know, soft kind of smoky neutral brown kind of look. This is the main look that I mainly go for anytime I do makeup. I feel like, you know, it's the easiest, and you know, it just gives like a really sexy sultry look. So we're just gonna blend that in our crease. This is going to be our transition color. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Warrior 2 palette by Juvia'S Place, and I'm gonna go into the color Zama, and I'm gonna put that right at the top of my transition color, just because I wanted it to be like a little bit more orangey at the top. And just blend it in. Then I'm going to go back into that same palette, and then I'm going to get this like medium brown in the color Kufaru, and that is the color that I'm going to put all over my lid. And I want to warm it up a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the color Yoded, and I'm going to put that on top just to warm up the lid a little bit. Then I'm gonna go into my Nude LA Colors palette, and then I'm going to go for the highlighted color here to put into my tear ducts. Then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush that I used to put my transition color on, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out that highlighted area that I put into my tear ducts. So here I'm just blending and then cleaning it up. Now I'm going to go back into my chocolates palette, and then I'm going to take the chocolate color above the crease color that I used. So that's going to be this one, and I'm going to put that color into my crease and blend it out. And with all your makeup, you want to make sure that you blend. You blend really good so that you can get rid of those harsh lines and demarcation lines. So now I'm going to go in with my brush and wipe away that concealer. Now I use a smaller brush to wipe away the concealer under my eye. And then for the bigger areas on my face, I'll use a bigger brush. So I just use a smaller brush in this area just for more precision. And because I always feel like the translucent powder always makes me feel like I look ashy, I normally just go in with my matte powder foundation. This is also by Ruby Kisses, and it's also one that I got from the beauty supply. So I just go ahead and use that powder foundation and put it in the highlighted areas. Then after I do that, I'm going to go on those contoured areas with my I Am Magic powder foundation by Juvia'S, and this is in the color Angola Dark 1. So as you can see, I'm using the heck up out of this. So I'm gonna go in with my brush, and in those places that I put the dark contour, just gonna go ahead and use the powder foundation to blend it out. Okay, and I normally just go in with like a blending brush, try to blend out any harsh lines that I see. Then after that, I'm going to go in and blend away some of that powder foundation that I put under my eye, just so that it's not too cakey. Okay, and then after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and shape my nose, like bring out some contour in my nose. And I do that with the Juvia'S powder foundation. Just go back in and put some concealer on it. Then blend it out. Then I'm just gonna go in with a white eyeliner, and I'm gonna put that Then I'm going to go back into my Juvia'S chocolate palette, and I'm going to take that chocolate color and put it on my lower lash line. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our eyeliner and just do like a little winged eyeliner. Now, I always end up messing up with this eye, so I'm just gonna go in with some concealer. I'm just gonna clean it up. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with some mascara and put that on my bottom lashes. So now I'm going to go into my Juvia'S blush palette, and this is in the volume 1, and I'm going to take these two colors and put it on my cheekbones. And again, I don't do too much because it's very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And then I normally go back in with my eyeliner and just bring out my beauty marks that got covered with the makeup. Okay, and now we're going to move on to lips. So I did get these newly from Ulta. Let me know in the comments which beauty store do you guys prefer, Sephora or Ulta. Now, anytime I go into Ulta, I do kind of feel like they're not as helpful and they're more so watching you. I don't know, that's just my experience. If any of you guys have experienced that, you can let me know if you agree or if you disagree down in the comments. Versus when I go into Sephora, they're very helpful, you know, right from the jump. Is there anything that you're looking for? You know, can we help you? And funny story, I had gone looking for a foundation again after I gave birth. You know, because while I was pregnant, I wasn't really doing makeup like that. I just couldn't, only like for special occasions and stuff like that, but I wasn't really doing makeup. So after giving birth, I finally got to take a good look at my skin, and I was like, girl, your neck is about 10 shades blacker than the rest of your body. Like, you know, we have to get this together. So I went into Ulta, and I knew that I specifically wanted the Fenty Pro Filter foundation, simply because I was just getting back into makeup. Well, even like generally, I don't really like heavy makeup. I don't like to feel like it's so cakey, or, you know, I have so much product on my face. Again, I do have sensitive skin, so I have noticed that, you know, too much stuff on my face does make me break out easily, and I prefer to look like I'm wearing makeup without makeup versus then actually always needing makeup. So when Rihanna came out with her Pro Filter foundation and I had tested it, I'm like, oh, this is really, really good. It's a light foundation. So I was like, yeah, that's what I want. So I went into Ulta. I'm like, you know, I'm looking for Rihanna's foundation, but, you know, I'm also looking to get like skin match, foundation match, whatever they call it, because, you know, I've gone through some changes. So nobody like really helped me. I just kind of like went in on my own and was just like, you know, picking, you know, the shades up, putting it next to my skin, seeing what fits. Now, to me, when I look in the mirror, I feel that I'm a lot darker than what I actually am or what people have matched me to. So I picked up, and I don't even, because I don't remember, you know, the colors, the numbers or stuff like that, but I picked up this really dark foundation or whatever, and I wasn't confident, so I was just like, you know what? So I was with a friend, and my friend was like, you know, Sephora skin matches you or whatever. Let's just go to Sephora. I'm like, okay, cool. So we went there, met this really beautiful girl, young girl, and she was really helpful. She got me a foundation. She actually matched the foundation to my chest area, which actually was the right thing to do, because my chest area from my neck down, or from below my neck down, everything matches with my face. It was just the neck area that was the problem or whatever. So she did end up, like just really being helpful, just bubbly, like as soon as we came through the door and everything like that. Ulta, y'all tried to play in my face. But nonetheless, we're going to get into the lips here. Now, I'm going to go ahead with just some translucent powder, because I do have on like chapstick lip gloss or whatever. So just to kind of matte it out, dry it out. I'm kind of wipe it off a little bit too. I'm gonna go in with some powder. Put some powder on my lips. Just to, mattify it. So I'm gonna go in with mine. Now I did just buy these to try, because I actually went into Ulta looking for the Juvia'S liquid blushes, because they just came out with some liquid blushes, but of course it's like I'm always the last to the scene, and they only had one color and I didn't want that color, so most likely I'm just gonna go online and buy it. Now this is from the Coffee Shop line in the color Salted Caramel, and then this lip liner is Coffee Bean. So we're gonna go in with the lip liner first. Oh my god. I like it already. It's so pigmented. Now I normally just overline my lips just a little bit, not anything too extravagant. Okay, let me stop talking so that I'm gonna go in with the Salted Caramel lip gloss and just apply that on top. Now I want more of a pinky tone, so let me see. I'm going to go in just with some Beauty Supply lip gloss and put a little nude pinkish tone in the middle. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of highlight, which is also from Juvia'S as well too. This is the Nubian by Juvia'S highlighting powder. So I'm just gonna take a bit of that. If you can see the powder, just gonna take a bit of that and put it at the bridge of my nose and then at the tip of my nose. Not too much. Then I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger. And that's it. Then I'm going to go in with my Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray. I forget where I got this from. I don't know if I bought something online at Sephora. I know I bought something online. I don't know if it was clothing or something. And they had like a free gift pack, like makeup pack, and this came with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Then I'm going to go in with my NK Makeup Perfection Setting Spray, long lasting. This is just from the Beauty Supply, so and you just want to drench yourself. You just want to drench yourself, literally bathe in the setting spray. So I'm just going to fan that out. And last but not least, we're gonna apply our lashes. Again, the lashes are by Juvia'S, and this is Cleopatra. So we're gonna go ahead and apply those. Just get you some lash glue, some tweezers. Now, I am typically a bonding glue kind of girl. Ever since I learned how to put on lashes, I've always been. With my experience, I just feel that the eyelash glues, like, they're not really as strong. If you guys know any brands, then you can go ahead and put them in the comments, you know. Leave me a tip. Let me know, you know, if there's any better lash glue. I haven't really had any bad experience with using bonding glue though. It always works, and I'm always careful about removing eyelashes whenever I take them off. So you just want to apply them like so. And then I normally just squeeze them into place. And there you have it, lashes applied, and that is the completed look. So this is the complete look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some great new tips about how to apply your makeup. I hope you learned about some new products that you may be willing to try, and hope you learned a little bit about me during our chit chat session. So go ahead and like this video, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.